Hi, my name is George Alger, and welcome to today's segment of Our Ventura TV. Today we're going to be talking about a musical called Fauntleroy, and we have some of the actors and singers of this musical. Welcome.
Thank you.
We want to make sure we get all your names and your roles before we start talking about the musical itself. Let's start with you, Sean.
I'm Sean Vargas. I'll be playing Cedric, also known as Lord Fauntleroy. I'm 11 years old, and I'm very excited to be doing a play with these wonderful people, and I hope to do it again in the future.
Excellent.
My name's Roseanne Hill. I originated the role of Cedric's mother, Mrs. Errol, when the show first started about 12 years ago. I've now moved on to playing the role of Mary, who is Mrs. Errol's confidant and helper and housekeeper. Good.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Mateo Gonzales. I joined the show about 3 years ago, and I started off as Seti, and I've now grown, so I play Dick now, and I'm very excited to be doing this show again.
Great, so we're going to get into what the show actually is, but just to frame this, so we've got 3 of the performers here. How many performers are in the show?
It varies. We've done, when the show first started, we just did staged readings, and we maybe had 8 or 9 people. We did a small staged version of it that had maybe 15 people. About. And this next upcoming production in the month of May, we hope to have a full cast of 25 to 30.
Wow, okay. So what is Fauntleroy?
Fauntleroy is a musical adaptation of a classic story by Frances Burnett. The name of the story was Little Lord Fauntleroy. It's a story of a New York street urchin, played by Sean, named Cedric, who finds out that he's really an heir to English royalty. The story takes place at the turn of the century, around 1899. His grandfather, who is the Earl of Dorincourt in England, sends for Cedric to be brought back to England from New York to learn how to become the next Earl of Dorincourt. And his grandfather is a curmudgeon-y old man who hates everybody. He hates everything. He hates Cedric's mother. He won't let them live together. Cedric stays at the castle, and through his interaction and relationship with his grandfather, he teaches his grandfather about unconditional love and about what the true meaning of life is really about.
Wow.
That's the story.
Wow, all right.
It's a very touching story.
Yeah. Well, let's get a perspective on the story from an 11-year-old's point of view. What can you tell us from your perspective?
Well, the grandpa is kind of mean, but I feel like it's a very interesting story, and that it's very important to just know that even though some people will be hasty and mean sometimes, you have to show them the good in life. I think that's a very important message that this play shows up people.
Well said. Mateo, what can you add to this?
Well, I think it's a darling story. I know when I was in it 3 years ago, I fell in love with it immediately, and that's why I'm back doing it again. And I just can't wait to show more people what Fauntleroy is about. Good.
So for folks who are watching this who might be interested in learning about what's happening and where they could see it, what would be a place for them to, where would be a place for them to find that out?
We do have a Facebook page. It's Fauntleroy, a New Musical. If you sign on to Facebook and search for the title Fauntleroy, a New Musical, you can check out our Facebook page. We keep the Facebook page updated with whatever the next upcoming production will be, the dates, the places, the times. So check out our Facebook page.
Good. And is this musical intended to be running for many years in the future, or do you kind of see an end to it at some point?
Hopefully many years in the future.
I think that's the hope.
Yeah.
I've been with the musical since its inception. The 2 writers, I've known them. They've been friends of mine for years. And when they first started writing it, I know that their vision was someday maybe we can take this all the way to New York. So I think would be the dream ultimate goal. So everything in between, we're working our way up the ladder, trying to get people to see it.
Good. Now, speak to this from the perspective of, displaying 2 primary skills here, the acting and singing, all right? So, I mean, this is going to be distinctly different from just a theater production. So since you guys are doing both of that, I wonder if you could comment about that.
Anyone
can take it.
So it's kind of difficult to to dance and sing, but once they get the rhythm of it, I think it's pretty easy.
And it's more enjoyable for the audience, definitely, to see a show with singing and acting as well, and it helps you to understand and enjoy it much more.
Good. All right. So let's underscore that. So it's singing, acting, and dancing is prominent, or it's one part
There
of
are
it?
a couple of dance numbers. I wouldn't say it's prominent, but there are a few big dance numbers that kind of bring excitement to the story as the story's going.
Good. So now you've already performed this, so you've gotten some feedback from folks. Speak a little bit about that.
Well, it's gotten really positive feedback. You can jump in too, Mateo, feel free. But the last time it was performed was when Mateo was playing Cedric. It was 3 or 4 years ago down in Santa Monica, and people had very positive reactions. The wonderful thing about it is that it's a very family-friendly musical. It's good for the whole family. You can bring everybody from the little children all the way through the grandparents, and everyone will have a great experience. So we've gotten really positive feedback from people about how much they've enjoyed seeing it.
Good. All right. So we're going to hear you sing something from the performance, from the musical itself. All right.
Great.
So let's talk a little bit about what it is that you're going to perform here.
Okay, the song we're going to be singing, Sean and I are going to be singing a song called The Lullaby. Like I mentioned before, Cedric's grandfather is very curmudgeon-y and he dislikes everyone, including poor Cedric's mother. So he will not allow, Cedric's mother was married to the Earl's son. But he will not allow her to live with them at the castle. So he's provided a cottage for the mother to live in a little ways away, and Cedric is living at the castle. Well, Cedric misses his mother very, very much. And one night, the Earl is talking to Cedric and asks him, "Why do you miss your mother so much?" And Cedric begins to tell him how his mother used to say goodnight to him. And so then we enter a scene where the mother is in her cottage, lighting a candle in the window, saying goodnight to her son. And at the same time, Cedric is in the castle telling his grandfather about the light in the window and about how he knows he's safe through the night because his mother's always thinking of him. So the song is a duet between the mother and the son, even though they're apart.
Okay. Now you're going to be singing this now, but in the actual musical, someone else is going to be singing that?
Sean will be playing Cedric.
Right.
I'm singing it as the former mother, but I've moved on to another role, so there's another person, another actor playing the mother who will be singing the song in the actual production that's coming up.
Got it. Good. And what's the title of this?
The title of the song is The Lullaby.
Okay, right. Good. So let's hear it.
Okay.
May he keep you safe and
Okay, that was a heck of a performance. That was quite a tearjerker.
Thank you.
So let's wrap up the show now. Is there anything else you want to comment on regarding that on the lullaby?
I just would like to say, I would like to encourage everybody that's watching, if you liked that song, if you want to see more, please visit our Facebook page, Fauntleroy, a new musical, and find out when our next big performance is going to be. Please come see the show. You won't be sorry you did.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is George Alger signing off for this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until I meet again.